is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path.
First reading. A reading from the book of Genesis, chapter 19, verses 15 to 29. As dawn was breaking, the angels urged Lot on, saying, "On your way, take with you your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, or you will be swept away in the punishment of Sodom." When he hesitated, the men, by the Lord's mercy, seized his hand and the hands of his wife and his 2 daughters, and led them to safety outside the city. As soon as they had been brought outside, he was told, "Flee for your life. Don't look back or stop anywhere on the plain. Get off to the hills at once, or you will be swept away." "Oh no, my lord," Lot replied. "You have already thought enough of your servant to do me the great kindness of intervening to save my life. But I cannot flee to the hills to keep the disaster from overtaking me, and so I shall die. Look, this town ahead is near enough to escape to. It's only a small place. Let me flee there. It's a small place, is it not, that my life may be saved?" "Well then," he replied, "I will also grant you the favor you now ask. I will not overthrow the town you speak of. Hurry, escape there. I cannot do anything until you arrive there." That is why the town is called Zoar. The sun was just rising over the earth as Lot arrived in Zoar. At the same time, the Lord rained down sulphurous fire upon Sodom and Gomorrah. From the Lord out of heaven, he overthrew those cities and the whole plain, together with the inhabitants of the cities and the produce of the soil. But Lot's wife looked back, and she was turned into a pillar of salt. Early the next morning, Abraham went to the place where he had stood in the Lord's presence. As he looked down toward Sodom and Gomorrah and the whole region of the plain, he saw dense smoke over the land rising like fumes from a furnace. Thus it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, he was mindful of Abraham by sending Lot away from the upheaval by which God overthrew the cities where Lot had been living. The word of the Lord.
A reading from the Holy Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 8, verses 23 to 27. As Jesus got into a boat, his disciples followed him. Suddenly, a violent storm came up on the sea, so that the boat was being swamped by waves. But he was asleep. They came and woke him, saying, "Lord, save us, we are perishing." He said to them, "Why are you terrified, O you of little faith?" Then he got up, rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was great calm. The men were amazed and said, "What sort of man is this, whom even the winds and the sea obey?" This is the gospel of the Lord.
My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, my dear children, and my dear young people, today, Tuesday, 4th of July 2023, we are in the 13th week of the Ordinary Time. The Gospel is from Matthew, chapter 8, verses 23 to 27. The Gospel speaks of Jesus calming a storm. Now the disciples are with Jesus in the boat, crossing the Sea of Galilee onto the other side. And this is in a moment that they encounter a very strong wind. It is a storm. And they are in the waters, or rather we would say they are in a boat in a deep waters. Now this is a moment of heavy, difficult, troublesome moment, where the disciples are frightened. It seems that they have not really understood the presence of Jesus in their life, because Jesus is there, their master is there, and he is with them in the same boat. But still they could not understand the power of Jesus. They have not yet come to understand the importance, the power, the great power of Jesus present there in their boat among them. Now, therefore, they shout out of fear. They ask the Lord to help them. It is true that even though they do not understand, yet they seem to have that minimum confidence that their master and their teacher is able to do something to save them from their difficulty. They shout. Jesus awakes, and Jesus calms down the storm. Whenever Jesus is with you in the same boat, even in the time of troubles and difficulties, Jesus is the only one who can help you, who can calm down the storms in your life, who can save you from rough waters of your life. The troubles are gone, the difficulties disappear, and there is only calmness, there is tranquility, there is peace, there is confidence when Jesus is with you.